The Glock 47 is the Glock for me. That's what I've decided. So I think what happened is I've been shooting Glock 34s for quite a while, primarily. I have a few 17s. I shot a lot. But I kind of like the 34, especially as a holdover from my iron sight days. When I started shooting optics a lot more, I'm just like, give me 34s and put dots on them. I'll just keep doing the same thing I'm doing, but with a dot. Now, my preferences have started to shift a little bit as I've shot more and more dot guns and shot faster and faster guns. What do I mean by that? Like Staccato XC, for example, it's soft, it's flat, it's faster. I can shoot faster with it, so I like the slide to reciprocate quickly as opposed to just be soft, right? So with iron sights, I kind of preferred, especially with a Glock, if this had iron sights, like 150 grain competition load, 147 grain competition load, soft shooting, slow cycling, be easy to track that iron sight in recoil, and I could shoot faster, especially at distance, and for sure shoot more confidently at distance, just because the gun wasn't getting pushed around as much. At least that's your perception. Again, shooting irons, shooting faster guns. I kind of shifted my preference more towards lighter bullets. So like with metal guns, even with irons, I've always preferred like 124 grain bullets, where it's a little more snap and the perception is things are happening a little faster. With the heavier gun, heavier than this, that seems to be a pretty good balancing point. Last year I shot an XC a lot, like 30,000, 35,000 rounds. Maybe 30,000 was me and like 5,000 was other people, something like that. I shot a lot of rounds through that. And shot other guns as well quite a bit. And my preferences kind of shifted towards that faster feeling reciprocation. Now, I had a few friends bugging me for a while. It's like, hey, you should get on the Glock 47 train. This is better because the different recoil system, it's the same as on the 19 now, I think. With an optic on the slide, so consider there's less slide weight, there's less slide weight than a longer, heavier slide, but you're putting an optic on it, but you put like a more compressed, kind of a faster returning spring. It does change the feel of the gun. And to me, it changes it for the better. Last year, I started working in Glock 47s into my Glock rotation, and I pretty much just shot 47s the whole year. I shot some other Glocks, but mostly I shot my 47s. The situation came to a head on my last trip when I'm like, I'm going to shoot a Glock, cool. Start shooting my 34, and it's just like, I don't want to shoot this anymore. It's not that this is bad, it's just that this is better. Honestly, like I like the faster reciprocation. The gun feels really well balanced. The extra slide and barrel length doesn't really do anything aside from just make it heavier. So yeah, the Glock 47's the one for me. But I decided to title the video, I'm done with Glock 34s, because I thought that'd be more fun. All right, let's go to your comments on my video. See what you guys had to say. Glock 34, it ends today. The top comment. Well done, sir. It ends today. What about validating my Glock 34? Now when people ask, Mr. why I shoot a 34, I can't say because Ben Steger does. Well, you still could, I guess. I'm going to retain my 34s because you never know. Rainy days happen. Friendship ended with Glock. Now Glock is my new best friend. Yeah, it's kind of how it works. I'm nothing if not low effort. You're quoting me. He says, sir, that hair says otherwise. Very good. All right, what a coincidence. I recently announced the launch of Sundown Pastures, my nonprofit hospice that adopts obsolete Glock 34s, gives them a comfortable home until they finally pass from natural causes. Did you get the brochure I mailed? That's very nice of you. Thank you for the offer. Ben shot my 34 in a class, and he can never take that away. I never would. Glock 17 enjoyers quietly watching. Yeah, so the reason that the 17's not the one to buy, I believe they discontinued the MOS, which, because they're pushing people to 47, and it has a different recoil spring in the 17. Now, in the factory configuration, I think the 47's the way to go. It's not a huge difference. It's just if I was buying a new gun today, I'd buy the 47, not the 17. If you have a friend, I have a few of them, Super Dave looking at you, that I talked into buying the 17 MOSs. I want you to know you bought the wrong gun, and you should have gotten a 47. But no, there's not much in it, and you can change the springs, obviously, in the 17, and it's going to be pretty similar. I have 2 armories to maintain, quoting me again, that's based. It sounds based. It sounds cool, but when my shit is split into different places and I'm always traveling, it's the last few years have been like a headache to get. I need this equipment here, or I need this equipment here, and it gets wild sometimes. Like I'll leave a truck full of equipment at this airport over here, fly to this place, get my other truck, do stuff, go back, fly back to there, pick up that, go drive over there. It's like, it's mental. It sucks in a way, but it does give, like what I committed to doing to solve this problem is if I feel like I need a piece of gear at any time, I will just buy it. And I will continue doing this until I have enough gear in all the places I need it, irrespective of how crazy or irresponsible that seems. So that's one reason I've been buying so many guns lately. I'm just like, oh, I need a gun? Get it, just get it. Need more optics on the shelf, just get them. Don't worry about it. All right, for those of us lucky enough to own a Glock, a Gen 5 17 MOS, I wonder if there are any mentionable differences between the 47 and 17. No, aside from the 47 being better, I don't think there's a difference. He mastered and deleted and prestiged the Glock 34 and unlocked all the camos, and now it's boring for him. Yeah, that may be. I just like the way the 47 shoots better, man. I just like it. Isn't it supposed to get perfection is getting more perfected with time? Isn't that what's supposed to happen? A resounding endorsement from Ben Steger, can shoot any gun he wants and opts for a Glock 47. Well, in the realm of like service pistols, to me, this is a really hard one to beat. I wouldn't worry about price, a couple $100 one direction or the other. This one is what, $620? You could get something serviceable for less, for like $400, I'm sure. And you could get something maybe you like better or fits you better or something for like $800 or $1,000. Yeah, but this is really good. Lots of aftermarket support, very reliable, very simple mechanically. There's a lot of good things about it. The downsides, well, I mean, the grip angle, people bitch about the trigger, blah, blah, blah. I mean, this is a well-understood firearm, and it's like easy to recommend. All right, what are your... Here we go. The 47 is replacing everything. After SIG shit the bed, I can imagine it being the next contract bid. Yeah, quite honestly, it should be. It should be. And I see a lot of federal agencies or like Fed guys, the Fed boys, they're shooting Glock 45s instead, which to me, like 45 is just the 19 length slide, and then it has the same 19 length spring. To me, that shoots similar to this. It feels slightly faster, but it's also snappier and a little bit less sort of pleasant to control. Not a lot of difference in it, but to me, the 47 shoots smoother. If I was carrying it outside the waistband holster, like in a retention holster, this is the one to buy. The 45 is kind of like appendix carry one, where it's like a little more convenient to conceal. Like that's how my head sorts it out. I bought a 47 and started to worry I made the wrong choice. No, man, you made the right choice. Thanks for validating my purchase, Ben. You're very welcome. Newer 34 is bad. Older 34 is good. Maybe that might be the case. Glock 34 is the missionary position of competition guns. Changed my mind. That is just boring, but gets the job done. Is that what you're saying? I could see that. There's a lot of guns that would fit into that. So sell my Glocks and buy SIGs. Got it. Yes, you could do that. 34 just because my full-size light fits flush. Yes, there's nothing funnier to me than a guy with an appendix Glock 45 where the light sticks out further than the barrel. It's like, well done, sir. Well done. Lots of people asking about 47 versus 17 recoil impulse. In my experience, which isn't much, the 17 is slightly softer impulse than 47. It makes sense considering recoil spring length. Sucks that the discontinued 17 MOS. Yes, I would say, yeah, the 17 is going to be the softer but pushier, and the 47 is going to snap, but it's over with quicker, if that makes sense. And there's not a lot in it. I just have, my preference is, with a red dot, my preference is the 47. Okay, I hate the 47. It looks like an unfinished Glock 17, straight fugly. Why not just use a Glock 17? We've talked about it, man. We've talked about it. I have to agree. I picked up the Glock 49, which is basically the same thing as the 47, only with the 19 frame. But it has the same recoil assembly. For whatever reason, the smaller recoil assembly makes it feel more plush and pleasant to shoot compared to the 34. Less snappy, but fast. It's like it's tuned more for the 9mm cartridge than the bigger assembly. I feel the chasing the fast gun, my primary handgun that I shoot, that I carry and shoot with, is a fully kitted out PSA micro dagger. EPS carry, polydet trigger, magwell. Okay, folding gas pedal. Okay. Weighs the same as a Barrett Glock 19 in this configuration. It's definitely a bit snappier, but the thing cycles fast. And with ported slide and gas pedal to help make up for the small grip, you were right back on target. Okay. That's good. Subbed, just found your channel. So far, it's great. This video spoke to me as I just traded my Gen 5 34 for a 45. The 34 indeed felt sluggish and front heavy. Loving the 45 so far. 47 is an eye opener, and I'll be looking at it this weekend. Thanks for the great content. Well, you are welcome, sir. I want to make low effort content for you, my YouTube audience. Low effort ownership experience in quotations. People love that. I like low effort. It's awesome. You can always put in more effort if you want later, but I like low effort up front. Guys, Ben said he doesn't like my favorite pistol. I have to sell it now, don't I? I think you do. I think it's in the Geneva Conventions, man. You have to. Ben, I want a 47 MOS or COA. What do you think? Personally, I would buy the MOS right now. Right now. Like, I want to know more about the COA. I want to know more. Like the MOS, it's easy to recommend because you will have options. I feel like the difference in slide lengths could have something to do with it as well. Yep. So how does he feel about the 47 compared to the 17? Yeah, okay, we talked about that. 47 is the sweet spot of a gun. Yeah, it really is. The 47s are really good. It's hard to deny. Even if they're not good for you or if you hate them, it'd be hard to say like, yeah, it's bad. It's not objectively bad. It's good. You're forgetting one thing, Ben. You can't use mouse fart homosexual rainbow cheater rounds with a 47 and still make power factor. Oh, I'll find a way. Don't worry. Okay, this is because he has more guns than he knows what to do with. That might be true. That might be true. In your last video about the new metal mags and Staccato HD, you said the G34 is all you've been shooting lately. Yeah, I got stuck. So my SIG, I wanted to shoot my SIG on the trip. After a couple of days, the brightness went all the way bright on my optic. So I was then shooting a 34 for a while and just pissing with the HD because I don't have a holster for it. But like my proper shooting was with the 34. Now my optic issue is remedied on the SIG. I've cut for you a supercut redux video, gentlemen. That'll be coming. Maybe I'll drop it tomorrow. But we've got a SIG 320 supercut with the bolt-on accessories redux that I made. The SIG will stay here. My next trip is to Mississippi. I will bring, I'll bring a Glock 47 and I'll bring the Atlas. We'll see what happens. Don't know what I'm going to do. What's the experience like pairing the 47 with the Ramjet? I'd say very positive. The Ramjet, to me, it's functional, it's reliable. The accuracy is not worse than the factory barrel, which would be a concern because the Glock factory configuration is extremely mechanically accurate. So I would say it just adds a comp, and I haven't had any issues with reliability or needed to change springs or anything. Granted, I'm shooting the Ramjet with pretty hot ammo, but I didn't have any issues with it, and the Ramjet does what it's supposed to do. A comp is not super dramatic on a 9mm gun, but it does have a noticeable effect. Yeah, it's fine. It's good. Why not? All right. Let's keep going. Is the recoil setup different enough to justify a 47 over a 17? I don't know about how you feel about it, but to me, I will definitely be making fun of 17 owners, like relentlessly. Why not? It's like my gun's better. It might be 3% better, but it's better. First world problems. Yeah, for sure. I've been running the 34, 35 as a duty gun for over a decade. Does everything I could ask. It's fair. All right. Had the Glock checks stopped bouncing? Man, I wish they would write me some checks. I like getting checks from people. All right. Let's go to maybe the most recent. We'll sort it that way. There's so many comments. You guys had so much to say about this. All right. I put a like on this one. The anti-gun grifter speaks again. Dude, I'm a pro-gun grifter, dude. What the hell? But hey, you can think whatever you want. That's fine. I have a Glock 47. The gun shop employee convinced me to get it over a Gen 3 Glock 34. Good. Thanks, Ben, for validating me in my purchase. Now I can say how much better I am over other people. Yes, you can. An expert likes what I like, so that means I'm right about everything. Extreme sarcasm. No, you should lean into it. Lean into the sarcasm, man. Have fun with it. Had a 47, ended up preferring the 45. Guess I like a little snap to my guns. Yeah, some guys like the 45 better. I think that's kind of a weird decision. Well, like at the 10-yard line, sure. But shooting at any more distance, when you want to shoot really, really fast, I think the 47's a lot smoother. All right, anything else? Just got a 34, had the slide cut for a 507 comp, and been running it with a 13-pound spring. Cool. With the 147 grain reloads, making 130, the gun is a pussycat. Yeah, if pressed, I would still prefer my CZ75. Okay. Fair. Guy says, okay, whatever. Fair. Gave up my 47 for a staccato P. Okay. That's what you wanted to do. I wouldn't give up my 47. I would get a staccato P in addition. All right. Well, that's it, guys. It's not that the 34 is bad. It's that I like the 47 better. But that's not going to make me stop making fun of people that have a different opinion. Of course not.